Hey guys, welcome to Wednesdays with Whit. I am Whit Devereaux of whitdevereaux.com. Thank you for tuning in live and thank you for catching the replay. Please go ahead and share this broadcast with your friends, your family, your followers. If someone invited you and this is your first time, make sure that you click below and that you hit follow so that you'll get notifications the very next time that I go live. Typically, I broadcast on Wednesdays between 1 p.m. Central Standard Time, but I'm trying the evening now to see if that is a little bit better for the followers and friends that I have. Hi, Debbie. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you let me know if you can hear me okay. If so, hit the hearts or just give me a thumbs up or say you're good in the comments. And that way I will be able to continue because I know sometimes Periscope, it gives me the blues. Hello, I see the hearts. Okay, good. So go ahead and share this with your friends, your families. If you are someone who is tuning in for the first time, please go ahead and follow. I want to talk today about breaking the cycle. Again, I am Whit Devereaux of whitdevereaux.com. I am an author, an award-winning author, a best-selling author of my book, Not By My Own, which if you don't have it, you should grab it. You can get it on my site, whitdevereaux.com, or on Amazon, as well as iBooks if you're an iPhone user, barnesandnoble.com, all of that good stuff. Also, I'm a domestic violence survivor, but now I'm also an advocate. That means that I'm no longer at the point where I just survived, but I'm going back and I'm reaching out to help other people so that they too can get out, they can get free, and they know how to move forward with their lives after the fact. Because I'm so passionate about helping other people, I created a small community called Not By My Own community. It's very intimate. It's made for survivors, by a survivor, so we get it, we understand. We walk through the process together of self-care, self-love, forgiveness. We have different challenges each month. We have different live talks. And then this month, well, actually in August, we're going to do our first book chat, and it will be on Not By My Own. So if you have the book and you want to join us, feel free to do so. You can do that at whitdevereaux.com and click on Not By My Own community, subscribe, and then you're in there. All right, so I want to talk about breaking the cycle. And when I talk about the cycle, I am talking about breaking the cycle of abuse. I was with a good friend today. Her name is Yolanda. She is a survivor. She wrote a book called One Eyewitness. Her story is incredible. So I'll go live another day and actually show you the cover of the book because it's in another room. But hopefully I can even get her to come on into Not By My Own community, share her testimony, share her book, because it's a really incredible story. She actually survived being attacked physically with a hammer by her boyfriend, and he left her for dead. But God, she is alive, she is well, she can walk, she can talk. It doesn't look like much happened to her. She is a miracle. So she and I were talking about the cycle of abuse today. We were talking about breaking the cycle. We were also talking about the power and control wheel. So if you are not familiar with any of that, I'll do a quick little lesson. So when I talk about the cycle of abuse, I mean there's a period where you enter into a relationship and you're like in your honeymoon phase. And when you hear honeymoon phase, you're just like, everything is just so nice, so peaceful. You're getting along, you're happy. And then there's a little turbulence. You might have like an argument. Then there's like a big boom. So then that's when you have like the escalation where it's like physical or something happens and then you go back into the honeymoon phase. And so you're constantly going round and round and round and round. Yes, everything just peachy keen in that honeymoon stage. But then when it blow up, it's big. But then the person says, oh, I'm sorry, I love you, I'll never do that again. And you're in the honeymoon phase. So that's the cycle of abuse, just going round and round and round. When we talk about the power and control wheel, so we have at the center of abuse, all the different forms of abuse are on the outside. At the center is power and control. And then you have like financial abuse, you have sexual, you have physical, you have them using the children, coercion. It's all these different things, psychological, all around. And the wheel, right? But at the center, the person who is abusing you seeks to get power and control. That way they keep you in that cycle of abuse. Hopefully this is making sense. If not, get the book, Not By My Own, or join Not By My Own community, and we can dive into it a little bit more. I also have a blog you can read there, and I have the picture of the power and control wheel, and you can really see what it looks like. And so we were talking about the cycle of abuse, the power and control wheel, how we didn't realize that we were even in an abusive relationship till it became physical, because that's all we knew abuse to be. We didn't realize that the person talking down to you or saying that you were not good enough or that nobody ever loved you, you're too difficult. We didn't realize that that was a form of psychological abuse. We didn't know, but we had the support of therapists. We had the support of domestic violence ministries. We had the support of people who had gone through it, and they knew what the warning signs were to be able to teach us, to educate us, so that now we can go out and we can teach other people and we can help them identify the warning signs and therefore break the cycle of abuse. A lot of people I talk to, they witnessed abuse in the home. Actually, her manager was talking about how she witnessed her grandparents going through it, right? And so sometimes when a kid is watching that and they're growing up, some of them, they don't imitate that behavior. Then there are others of us who imitate that behavior, and either we are the abuser or we end up getting abused. So you want to break the cycle, not just for yourself, but for those who are coming up after you. The people that are coming up after you could be your children, your nieces, your nephews. People do more of what they see you doing and then less of what they hear you just saying, right? Yes, you just think it's normal. And there's nothing normal about someone belittling you, forcing you to have sex, taking your money, making you depend totally upon them for everything, them hitting you, dragging you, pushing you, kicking you. None of that is normal, okay? So we talked about breaking the cycle. How did I do that? I was able to actually seek the help of my therapist, who convinced me to go to a ministry at my church. And then there I was able to take therapy, ministry, combine it together, get my healing, get free. Then I still had work to do, because getting out of the relationship, me and her were talking today, that's just the beginning. But you need to know that there's life after abuse. And in order to have a life where you can thrive, you have to learn what a healthy relationship looks like. And that relationship starts with having a healthy one with God and yourself, right? You got to learn how to love yourself so that other people know how to treat you. If you're not treating yourself well, you can't expect other people to. So that's why I talk about self-care and learning how to love yourself through self-care, healing through self-care, healing by forgiving yourself, forgiving others that you feel have offended you, even hurt you, abuse you. And what we talk about in the group is just because I forgive you doesn't mean that we have to be in relationship after the fact. That goes for friends, that goes for family. Even when you're co-parenting, I get it. I co-parent with someone who was abusive. Now, because of the boundaries that I put in place, we get along great. I would even venture to say that we are better now than we have ever been. But why is that? I forgave him, he forgave me, and we learned how to get along enough so that our child would be able to grow up in a healthy way as much as possible. And that's a process. Don't beat yourself up if you wake up today and you still have a grudge or you're upset because somebody hurt you. It's a process. Forgiveness is like a constant work that you have to keep on practicing until it literally no longer bothers you in the way that it used to. So, for me, I've shared before, I had so much unforgiveness built up inside of me that I end up in the hospital. Meanwhile, the person I'm upset with is living their life. Don't even know I'm in the hospital. Probably could care less. Let's just be honest. But here I am with chest pain, feeling like I'm having a heart attack, all because of what? The underlying reason is because I did not forgive him, And I was just recalling everything that happened. And I'm bringing it back to my mind over. I'm like replaying it over and over. Like, I just forgave you. You're doing something else. It was just like constant over and over. But I had to choose me. That's what it boiled down to. I had to choose me. And so the way that I was able to break the cycle was utilizing my support systems. That was my therapist. I now have a coach. I used to have a domestic violence ministry that I was a part of at my church. But now I have a coach who helps me so that I could put the first things first. Instead of losing myself in a relationship like I had been doing, I found out, what does Whitney really like? What does she really love? What does she want to do? That's when I started birthing all of these books and being able to do things that I always said I wanted to do. Travel. I wasn't able to do any of that having to go through an abusive relationship. So there is life after abuse, but we have to utilize the resources that we have available. The communities. If you don't have it through your church, therapy is a great thing. Don't let it be a taboo subject. I have provided psychotherapy, like in a group setting when I was working in social services, and I've also received therapy. So both professionally and personally, I am an advocate for mental health wellness. If you feel like you need to talk to somebody and you don't have anybody that you can trust, therapy is not a taboo word. Use it. A lot of places, if you don't have insurance, will do like a sliding scale or even free services. You can find out through your doctor's office. If you do have insurance, utilize it. You have therapy benefits. Use them. It's okay. And then for those of you who don't want to do church, you don't want to have therapy, come to Not By My Own community. We are there as survivors. It's an intimate setting. We are people who get it. We understand. You're not alone. And you don't have to suffer in silence. So to break the cycle, you have to use your resources. You have to learn how to love yourself. You have to forgive. Seek therapy. It's okay. Don't want to do that? Fine. You don't want to go to church? Hey, Not By My Own community. And lastly, if you're somebody who is in a domestic violence relationship today and you want to find out how to get out, call the National Domestic Violence Hotline. It's totally free, confidential, 24/7. It's 1-800-799-7233. I'll say it again. Debbie, if you could post it there so they can have it. 1-800-799-7233. And then that way, if you are just like on the fence, you're not too sure, but you need resources, you can call and you don't have to feel the pressure of people knowing your business. Because I know a lot of times, we were talking about that earlier, it's just so taboo and like people are so afraid to share. But there is so much healing that takes place by sharing your testimony. Even the Bible says in Revelation 12:11, we overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the words of our testimony. Yeah, the number is to the National Domestic Violence Hotline, 1-800-799-7233, 1-800-799-7233. And then for me, if you want to connect with me, either through my books or the workshops I have or the community, it's all on whitdevereaux.com, which here on Periscope, it is in my bio. You can just click on that and it will take you right to my website, and all things Whit Devereaux Enterprises you'll be able to read, you'll be able to see, you'll be able to connect. One thing you must do, if you know that you might be in an abusive relationship, you've seen the signs, you don't know what to do. Thank you for putting that up, Debbie. It's just to use your resources. They're available. I've given you several alone in this broadcast. But just do something, because breaking the cycle is not just for you. It's for everyone who's connected to you. Because people do more by what they see you do than rather what you tell them. All right? So that's from one survivor to another. I love you all. Be blessed. Stay safe. And I'll see you next Wednesday for Wednesdays with Whit. Debbie, this will be posted inside of our group, Not By My Own community. So if you need to, you can come back. You can look at it. I will see you all on the inside. Not by my own. See y'all later. Bye-bye.